Hi everybody, Sharon here. Welcome back to my garden and welcome to another episode of my 2020 garden. Today I thought I would show you how to know when it's time to pot up your seedlings. I've got several that are ready to be potted up and I wanted to just take a few minutes and show you how I do this. It's thundering outside. We'll see you right back here in about 20 seconds. Okay, how do you know when it's time to pot up your seedlings? I've got two good examples here. This first one is chicory. Yes, I'm growing weeds in my garden. Chicory happens to be one of my favorite roadside weeds. And I decided I want to plant it all along in the back of my yard because I love the purple blue flowers that is on this, and I'm hoping it will spread throughout, spread the love. So this particular one is busting out of its pot. You see here? The roots are coming through. My guess is if I took one of these out, you can see that the roots are starting to curl around the bottom. It's time for this to be potted up. Another way you know if your seedlings are ready. Maybe look at this one. These have roots coming in the bottom. You see that? However, if I take one of these out, these are not root bound yet, but the roots are just starting to curl on the bottom. These are ready to be potted up as well. You can also see, focus, that they have their first true leaves. So these are ready to be potted up. Cilantro, boy, whew, that's fragrant. Now, I overseeded these and I'm going to split them. So first I'll split them in two. I'll put them into little small pots. I use this. Can't remember what these are called. I think they're called penny pots. Rose pots. That's what they're called. Rose pots. I bought them on Amazon. Just search for rose pots. And these are great for up potting your seedlings. You can also use these little solo cups. These are the little, what, 4-ounce ones? 9-ounce it says. So I have holes in the bottom. And you can use these. These are a little bigger. See the difference? Or, if you really want to go cheap, and I don't use these anymore because I have a thing against styrofoam. You can use these little styrofoam cups. All you gotta do is poke a hole in the bottom of it. You can get, how many are in here? These are 8.5 ounces. You can get 45 of them for $1 at the dollar store. These work really well. Just pop a hole in the bottom of it and it works really well. Let me show you how I do this. So I've got potting soil here. This is my Pro Mix potting soil that I always use. And it is damp, so it'll hold together, but not wet. I'm sorry about the sound of the rain, although maybe it sounds good. So I'm going to take my plant and I'm just going to split it. Just like that. I'm going to take one of my little pots. And I take my 2 fingers There you go. That's all there is to it. And then I'll let these grow for a while. And once these, couple weeks probably, and in a couple weeks I will take this and split it, and I will have 2 more out of this one. So out of this one cell, I will get 4 plants. Well, more than that, but 4 things I can plant. Let me do another one here. Just fill it up loosely. Drop it in there. There you go. Very simple. Let me do one of the cilantro. This one looks pretty easy to split. Really simple. And just press it down in there. There you go. Now as I'm doing this, the cilantro are not holding together. I'm just getting like these little seedlings. If you want to, you can just save one at a time. And you just have a little cilantro plant. There. I like to plant my herbs in clusters, but you can always do it this way as well. And there we go. Here is the chicory. Some of these I broke into 4 because I had enough plants in each cell that I could break them up into 4. And some of the cilantro here I broke into smaller as well. Like this one only has 2. That one's just got 1. That one's just got 1. So I got quite a few plants just out of those 2 6-packs. So that's a great way to get a lot of plants out of a very small space. Because I started with just 2 6-packs. Now these plants will continue to go back inside. Even the cilantro, it's too cold out here for cilantro. As soon as I start seeing the cilantro come up in the winter sowing, then I'll bring them out here in the greenhouse. But until that time, they're going to have to stay inside. So thank you so much for joining me on this rainy Saturday afternoon. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gardening, everybody. Bye-bye.